First things first is to decide the pattern you're going to use. So I did a sketch of the pattern I'll be using, and this is the Diamond Bustier by Beverly Johnson. I really enjoy using Beverly Johnson's patterns because I don't have to do a lot of alterations to have it fit me perfectly. The underwear is going to be a self-drafted panty pattern, and if you'd like me to do a video showing how I make my panty patterns, you can let me know down in the comments. So the bra and panty are going to be made from a stretch satin, although it's a dressmaker's stretch satin because I couldn't find the underwear grade stretch satin. It's not very stretchy, so I'll need to adapt my pattern to that fact. The findings are going to be white, and the bra and panty might be quilted. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to take the quilting design from the bra cups to the band and to the underwear as well, because I want to give that effect of winter, hence the quilting pattern. I have my pattern pieces already cut. We have the front frame, the back band, and there's two of each of the cap pieces, a bigger one and a smaller one. The smaller one is for the form. To give that quilted pattern, I would need to sew the fabric to form lining. So 2 pieces of each, except for the front frame and the band because there's not going to be any form in that. This is the satin that I'm going to be using. It's navy blue. I really love the color. I wish I could have found it in underwear satin. That would have been great, but it's a little bit stretchy on the bias, and I think that would be good enough. I'll just need to adapt all my patterns to the lack of stretch, and since I'm using foam cups, I think it'll work out just fine. This is oh, it's not stretchy. This is underwire channeling that I'm going to be using for the bra. Fold over elastic, strap elastic. The strap elastic is 20 millimeters wide, which is good enough for my bra size because I'm a 36 double F and these are really comfortable. I'm also going to be using white Powernet for the backing, just to increase the white in the bra. And I have band elastic for the bra and for the underwear. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be using these tiny straps for. I wanted to put some form of design on the bra or on the underwear, but I'll decide later. Yeah. While cutting the bra pieces from the foam and the fabric, I decided to extend the quilted pattern from the cups to the center of the breech only. So I cut 2 foam pieces that I'm going to stitch together to allow me to quilt for the center of the breech piece, and these will be the side panels that will attach to the centerpiece and will not be quilted. So these are the pattern pieces. That's the inner cup, middle lower cup, and the outer lower cup. We have the 2 upper cup pieces, and this is the foam for the upper cup pieces, the lower inner pieces, middle, and outer lower pieces. Everything is going to be sewn together and quilted. I also realized that this satin frays a lot, so I'm going to have to serge all the edges that are going to be exposed so that it doesn't fray and the bra doesn't come apart. These are the back band pieces that are going to be attached to the frame. The panty pieces were cut wider than usual because the satin isn't that stretchy and underwear has to stretch to fit comfortably. This is the back piece. I know it's very huge, it doesn't even fit in the frame, but once the elastics are put on and it's all sewn together, it's going to make sense. This is the gusset piece for the panty and the cotton gusset piece. So I hand dyed the cotton gusset piece and it didn't take on to the dye very well, but it doesn't really matter because it's an inner piece and it's not visible to the outside. So I don't mind that the dye didn't take on that well. Now I'm going to take these pieces to the sewing machine and the serger and assemble them. I really love how the quilting pattern turned out on the cups, and I went ahead and used it for the center of the front frame, which is the bridge of the frame. I'm not disappointed at all at how it turned out. It's also messy inside, but if ever I'm going to make this again, I'll definitely take precautions to make sure that the inside of the frame and the bra caps is a little bit neater. But for the first time, I'm not disappointed at all. I mentioned earlier that the fabric frays a lot, but I'm going to serge these edges once I attach the bra cap pieces. I went ahead and attached the back band as well, and instead of using a regular band elastic, I decided to go with the strap elastic that I'm using for this because of the shine. It really goes well with the fabric. So these are the straps that are going to be used. As you can see, it's the same elastic as the band elastic, and I love how silky and soft it feels. So after attaching the cups to the bra, well, it's not yet a bra. After attaching the cups to the frame, I'm going to go ahead and attach the underwire channeling on the inside of the bra, and I'm going to use a 48B wire, even though the pattern calls for a 46B, but I found that a 48B fits better on my frame. So even though I had a lot of challenges when it came to making this because of the stretch satin and how difficult it is to work with, I love how the quilted pattern turned out from the cups to the center of the bridge. It really looks good, even though it's a little bit messy on the inside. I don't mind because it's very comfortable. It's not itchy or scratchy or anything like that. It's pretty comfortable. Even these raw edges are comfortable on the skin. I couldn't really feel them when I tried it on for the first time. I also went ahead and extended the strap elastic from the top to the bottom for some stability, because being just at the top felt a little bit flimsy, so I used longer straps and attached to the bottom as well. I might not be doing this again just because the satin is very difficult to work with, but I love the appearance and I might do it again in a different fabric that's easier to work with when it comes to making bras. This is the first underwear that I had cut out. It fits perfectly in the front, but it's baggy, a little bit baggy along the edges here in the back, and I think that's because I didn't stretch the elastic enough when I was sewing. I don't know if I'm going to unstitch it and fix it. I just might, because I don't want the fabric to go to waste, and the top is pretty comfortable. I just need to fix the bagginess in the leg hose. So when I saw that, I went ahead and made these. I used Powernet for the side pieces and just my regular drafted panty pattern that I drafted a few months back. I use it all the time because it fits great, and this actually fits very well and very comfortably. I have no complaints about it. It feels good on the body, and the satin isn't tight at all, because I assumed using the regular pattern without extending it at all might feel a little tight, but because I cut it on the bias, it's a little bit stretchy, and the Powernet actually allows for much more stretch when I have it on, so it's very comfortable, and I'm pleased with the results of both the bra and the panty. I'm going to show it on a mannequin. I took some pictures on the mannequin and I'll show it to you, because I'm not going to be trying it on camera. Thank you for watching.